Listen, fellas, your body is the new status symbol. Whether you believe it or not, it is the new status symbol moving forward. It's not the Rolexes. It's not the Ferrari. It's not the mansion. None of those things. All of those things can be bought by anybody, believe it or not. They can be borrowed by anybody. We see it with the gurus. All of the gurus now, they're just buying things, or not even buying, they're borrowing things to be able to create an illusion of status. That's what we see right now. But there's one thing that you cannot borrow, and it's a body, it's a physique. It's a lean and chiseled physique. You cannot borrow that from anybody. I know what people are going to say. Well, people take steroids. People take steroids all the time, Martel. Like, what do you mean? You can easily take steroids and look like whatever it is that you want to look. That's not true. Even if you do take steroids, you still have to put in the work. That's what a lot of you still don't understand. I've seen people take steroids and literally they look worse, if not the same as what they were. You still have to put in the work. You still have to have the diet. You still have to do the training. You still have to have the consistency. See, your body, your physique, getting jacked, whatever you want to call it, is all about proof of work. That is why it is the #1 status symbol. It's proof of work that is undeniable. When somebody walks into a room and people look at them, they know that that person put in the work. When your black shirt that you wear fits you so well, or whatever clothing that you wear that's well tailored and it fits you well, people will welcome you. I promise you. Yes, there are other factors, of course. You need to have some social skills. You do. But either way, the first thing that people see is your silhouette, how you look, the aura that you have when you walk into a room. It's proof of work that radiates everywhere that you go. When people see you and they want to talk to you, I promise you, this has happened to me before. Whether you believe it or not, I don't really care. But the truth is, when I walked into a room, there was a guy, had the Rolex, had everything around him, looked extremely wealthy. I walked into the room, I had a black shirt. Everybody wanted to know who I was. This isn't to sound arrogant, but it just was an observation that I made where I was like, wow, I don't have a Rolex. I don't have the type of money that this person's portraying to have. I say portraying because you never know these days. People can just be acting, which is why people don't just see that and immediately get amazed. See, the people who are naive will get amazed. The people who don't know the game will get amazed. But you know what people with money, people who are wealthy, people who are important, they're amazed by? The guy with the amazing physique that can also speak, that can also show himself and present himself in a way of sophistication, that can dress well. And the funny part is, this is why having the body is a status symbol, because you can wear basic things and make them look elite. It's rare. It's hard to find something that literally it permeates into all aspects of your life. Proof of work. Think about it. When you train hard every single day, you're molding your mind to have the discipline to then be able to do the business that you have. It's not just being in the gym. It's not about being a gym cell. It's not about being a gym bro at all, to be entirely honest with you. It's about being able to turn it into a lifestyle. Even with women, it's a big status symbol, whether you believe it or not. You might say, well, Martin, well, the fat guy gets all the girls. Yeah, the fat guy probably has some intangibles that work for him in the moment, but who do you think he's going to get cheated on with? Right? The Tyrone. Right? Who do you think he's going to get cheated on with long term? As they find out that he doesn't have the discipline, as they find out that he's weak as a man. If you can have both, if you can have the charisma, if you can have the business, the money, and you have the body, it solidifies everything. And most people do not have all three. If you have all three, you're literally in the top 1% of men, right? I don't want to make this all about the physique, but you have to understand how big of a status symbol it actually is. With women, it's all about reproduction. It's all about extending your bloodline even as a man. And with women, it signals that you're somebody who can protect and you're somebody who can extend a very advantageous bloodline. A bloodline that will actually be elite. Your children will have elite genetics. And whether people believe it or not, epigenetics is real. You can change your gene expression if you train correctly, if you eat correctly. So you have to understand these nuances of why being in shape, being in elite shape is actually beneficial for you. It's not about being the leanest person in the room, but you got to be under 15% body fat. You have to, as a man, to be healthy, be under 15% body fat. You will feel significantly better. Your face will not look puffed up. Your face will look clear. Your skin issues will go away with the right diet, with the right training. All of this stuff. You will activate your bloodline. You will activate yourself. You will activate and become a better version of yourself by simply going to the gym. Why don't I say that, oh, go get rich? Because that's a process. That's an even longer process than getting in shape. Some people, they dedicate their entire lives to getting rich. Props to them. Good. You have something. But if you're actually looking for a holistic life, if you're looking to have a life that is bigger than just getting rich, and you want to be able to have a presentation to where when you do get rich, you're seen as somebody who's even more important, you should 100% get in shape. And it's something you can do right now. I say this and a lot of people don't believe this, but it is a low investment, high ROI activity to go in the gym, get in shape, to eat healthy. It is literally low ROI. And some people will say, oh, Martello, you don't know the economy these days. It's so hard for me to go get food. Food is so hard. Like, it's so expensive to get the organic foods. If you have a whole food based diet, it will be cheaper than if you go out every single day and eat. You go out religiously. You go and you go to restaurants on the weekends. If you go to clubs, you pay hundreds of dollars there. Why can't you take that money and move it over to your nutrition? Why can't you do that? Why can't you only pay $200 a month for your nutrition? You can do it. You have the $200. I promise you, you do. You will find it if you need to. You can find the pair of shoes that you want. You can buy the next iPhone. You can do all these things. But when it comes to your health, you don't want to invest anything into it. You don't want to invest your time. You don't want to invest your money. You don't even want to invest your brain power to learn about it. That's what's crazy to me. And it literally will change your life. I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm being serious. This is something that I've experienced. This is something that my clients have experienced. I get long text messages from my clients like, man, it's crazy how I feel. The energy that you get, the energy is unmatched when you get in the gym and you work hard and you eat consistently healthy. The energy that you get will permeate into your business. It will permeate into your life force. See, as a man, it's all about having a life force. People call it aura. People call it energy. It is a life force. It's something that people will be attracted to you by. It's something that women will be attracted to you by. If you have a wife, your wife will become more attracted to you if you've increased your life force by building your physique through health and nutrition, through training and nutrition. That's one thing that you have to understand. Most people don't ever want to think about this. I don't know why this is considered controversial on the internet. I don't even know why I get hate for this, because it's just the reality of the game. People talk about body game. Cool. I'm not even talking about body game, whatever the hell that is. I'm talking about getting in shape for yourself, for your bloodline, for your future children, to give them an example to look at, to live long enough to be able to actually support your kids and play with your kids when you get older, to give them an example of what their health should be. That's what it is. It's all about legacy. It's all about reproduction. It's all about how people will perceive you in business situations if you're a business guy. How your job, I'm telling you, when I was working a 9-to-5 in corporate, my physique helped me more than anything else. In my interview, the first thing they said was, man, you're in shape. What's your routine? That literally broke the ice. It broke the ice in a corporate environment. I had people literally trying to pay me for training programs to wonder how I did it. Luckily, I was a trainer at the time, so I had the knowledge. I was a trainer on the side. I had my own fitness business and everything like that. I was working a sales job. All the people that I was talking to, even on the phone, they're like, man, I love Martel's energy. My energy was high because I was training every day. I was eating healthy when everybody else would go in the back room and they would stuff themselves with all kinds of fast food, with all kinds of snacks. I had my meal plan. I had my food ready to eat. I was an example. I was a leader. This is genuinely a status symbol. It radiates beyond the body. It's all about your behaviors. Everything that you do to be able to maintain the body. It is literally a behavior that everybody in their mom admires, whether you believe it or not. So I'm not going to keep saying it, but I will. say it even more, you have to get in shape, bro. Whether you like it or not, this is something that human beings find important. And life is all about connecting with human beings. It's not about caring too much about what the other person thinks. It's about how do you present yourself the way that you want to be presented? How do you want to be perceived? How do you want to perceive yourself? When you look in the mirror, are you ashamed of how you look? And again, we'll have a lot of the worms in there, the drones. Oh, well, I love my body for what it is. I don't care if I'm fat. Being fat is nothing. My personality, bro, listen to yourself. Look in the mirror every day. Look in the mirror, and I promise you, there are people who say this stuff, and behind closed doors, they will say, man, I really want to get in shape. Do it. It is not hard. Find the right training program. Find the right nutrition that works for you, that works for your blood type. I know this is a little thing that I'm starting to get into now. It's been helping me and my clients. Blood type-based nutrition, I'm telling you. Blood type-based training. A lot of this stuff, again, there's not a ton of evidence behind it, but I've experimented with it to know that it works even for me. But either way, you got to start somewhere. And if you start somewhere, at least do whole foods. At least be on a caloric deficit if you're overweight. All right? So make sure that you dial in on this stuff. I hope this motivated you to get in the gym because it's so important. I want to see more men out there who are confident in themselves, who are happy with their progress, who show proof of work, because nobody can replicate an amazing body, not even steroids. And for the record, I've never taken a steroid in my entire life, not even a peptide. I've never taken anything, but I've trained consistently for over 10 years. And some people may be like, oh, you don't look that great for training for 10 years. I trained as a lifestyle. I'm not training to go compete. I'm training to be a weapon. I just started doing kickboxing. I'm training in the gym to be able to produce in kickboxing. I'm training in the gym to be able to have the energy to create these types of videos. Have you seen that my energy's changed? Well, my training has changed. My nutrition has changed. That is why everything is changing. Things will change in your life as your energy goes up, as your life force increases. Men need to increase their life force. Too many times, a lot of men, their life force is so low because modern society has literally dimmed down your life force. You don't even know your bloodline. You don't understand that your bloodline has had men who have been masculine enough to be able to take on life's problems, solve life's problems, and literally make it possible for you to be alive today. And you're just sitting at home doing absolutely nothing. You're not training yourself. You're not extending your bloodline. This is like endless motivation for people who don't want to get in the gym. If you don't want to get in the gym, the motivation you need is that I want to extend my bloodline to be the most powerful bloodline that could ever be created. I want to be able to change the way that my entire physiology, you know how crazy that is? Going to the gym and eating right will change your entire, just frame. It'll change everything. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. And you don't need tens of thousands of dollars to do it. Sometimes with businesses, you need tens of thousands of dollars to start. When I was starting my tech company, I needed at least $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to start. 20,000, I believe. When I was building my physique, this is your startup, this is your business, this is a business for yourself. You need probably maybe $2,000 if you really want to accelerate the path and do it in 3 to 6 months. Hire a coach. By the way, I'm doing fitness coaching now. I want to do it because I know that there's a lot of people who need help. People who have been asking me about it. Still have Conquer YouTube if you're interested in building your YouTube. But for the people who want to get in the best shape of their lives, the link's in the description. Book a call with me. We'll see if it makes sense. I will work with you. I will work with you based on your blood type. See what the best training, the best nutrition is for your blood type, for your gene expressions. And we'll get to work. So I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.